Today we're finishing chapter 5 of Matthew. Crystal is with us. What are our verses today, Crystal?
Verses 43 through 48.
Okay, let's get started.
You have heard that it was said, "You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy." But I say to you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet your brethren, only what do you do more than others? Do not even the tax collectors do so? Therefore, you shall be perfect, just as your Father in heaven is perfect.
Thanks, Crystal. We are finishing chapter 5 today, but not the whole Sermon on the Mount. This Sermon on the Mount will go on for 2 more chapters, chapter 6 and chapter 7. But today we hear Jesus saying that we should love our enemies. People used to think that we should hate our enemies, but Jesus says the opposite is true. He kind of does that a lot. He teaches us things that are different from the way we thought. And this is one of those things. He said we should love our enemies. You know, Jesus did that himself. He prayed and forgave the people who wanted to kill him. He wants his disciples to be like that too, living a life of forgiveness and love, not revenge and hate. This is how we grow closer to the perfection of God. Nowadays, people don't seem to act that way. I see people on the news or on the computer being so mean to each other. I think they create enemies just so meanness can continue. But we're supposed to do the opposite. We are to create friends so that meanness can stop. St. Porphyrios told a story one time. He said, imagine you are in the desert and you see a man being attacked by a tiger. What should you do? Would you throw a rock at the man? Of course not. But then he said, that's exactly what we do a lot of times when someone is mean to us. We don't realize that they're being attacked by the devil, and that's why they're being mean. Instead of being loving, we get angry at the person. In this way, the devil hurts him, and then we hurt him some more. Jesus forgave others, and his disciples are supposed to do that too. So thanks, Crystal, for reading and for helping us finish chapter 5. I'm Father Alexis, and remember, Christ is in our midst.